Hello everyone, welcome to this video with German superstar Gismo Graf. We just played a very nice concert yesterday in the Stuttgart Theaterhaus, and right now we're shooting in the VIP lounge in the, what's the name of this hotel?
Congress, yeah.
Congress Hotel
Europe
in Stuttgart.
You can read it.
Yeah, it's right there
on the screen.
And I'm making this video because I think Gismo is one of the new young, very talented players, but he has a special thing going in his playing that you don't really hear in many other great players, but you have like a unique way of approaching improvisation.
Thank you.
And I think it'd be interesting to hear his thoughts, because you've been hearing my thoughts all the time, the way I do it, with the lines and stuff, but maybe Gismo has something, or I'm sure he has something to add, that is a new, fresh approach. So, Gismo, welcome.
Thank you.
And I made some videos about you already,
yeah,
right?
Yes.
And I just showed them some lines that you play, right? The way I do it. But now we can ask you in person. So, what are you thinking, or how did you learn how to play like that, like to improvise like that?
I think first of all, I started with studying other guitar players, of course. Like there's number one is Django,
Of course.
and after that, of course, the big names like Stochelo, Bireli, Angelo, and so I started to be honest, to first I just copied the solos.
The complete solos.
Sometimes, yeah.
Can you still remember like a solo that you learned completely, not to play now, but just remember the process?
I was trying to learn the solo of some Django tunes.
Yeah.
And then, but of the today players, I tried to learn the solo of Bireli.
Okay.
Of Hungary.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
So then I know that many people will wonder, how do you do that? Because I can tell you how I do it, right? So I would probably like record the audio with the recorder on my computer, or download the YouTube video, even though that's illegal. But, and then I would put it in a program like Transcribe, and then slow it way down.
Okay.
And I would actually notate everything, because I like to have the tab and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but you told me that you actually don't slow down the music.
No, not really. When I started to learn the guitar, I actually was not so involved with the technique. And
okay,
so
you mean with the computers? Or so?
Yeah. So I just started by listening, and like on the DVD. From
really? Okay.
I was listening to the solo, and then I stopped, and
you stopped, and then you tried to figure out the notes.
Yeah.
And then you had to go back all the time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It was very difficult.
And did you have a goal in mind? So when I do it, I do it because I want to steal the licks, right? Or I want to learn the licks to adapt them. But you learned did you have the same goal, or did you just want to learn that solo?
For me, at this moment, it was just like I will learn the solo, and maybe I'll get better.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just learned the solo, but then after a while, when you play that solo 100,000 times, I don't know, then some licks will
stick.
You play them automatically in your improvisation.
But how aware were you? Like, for instance, okay, the solo starts, okay, and then you say, oh, it's G, goes to A flat. When you learned the solo, were you aware of the chords? I know you knew the chords, of course, but you were playing and you were thinking, okay, actually I'm playing this line and the chord is this. Were you aware of that?
To be honest, at the beginning, I'm not very sure, because I didn't thought about like that, because first of all I learned to play the rhythm of my dad,
of course,
and he showed me a lot of repertoire, and then like for example, as I told you, Hungary, I knew the chords, and then I played the improvisation of Bireli.
Yeah.
Then
and if you would perform it, you play that solo too, like when you have a jam, or you play that solo?
No, not really. It was just for me. I was interested. If I was like 14 years old, and I was interested if I can do it.
Okay. Yeah. So also for technique then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know that many people will wonder this too, right? You don't really know the names of the chords. You know the bases, right? But if I would say, let's play G713.
No.
But if I do this, you understand what it is, right?
Yeah.
So obviously then it's very clear that you're not really into theory or learning scales or arpeggios.
Yeah.
But even without the name, did you ever do that? Did you ever go, okay, I have to practice this in every key? Did you ever do that or not? Or is it more like songs?
It's more like I when I have something like this, then of course I try to in another key.
Yeah.
But not. I'm not just sit down and okay, today I'm going to practice this scale, or it was just when I practiced I just practiced with no plan, so I just played.
But do you know any scale? Like if someone say play. I mean, I can be honest. I don't know really any scale because I never practiced that.
Yeah, me too.
You know? No. Like and Stochelo, neither. No. I told you the story. Like Stochelo, every day we had a tour and he would be playing this thing because he learned this like. And then he said, "What's the name of that scale again?" I said, "Well, it's half step, whole step, or diminished." I said, "Okay." And next day he's like, "Wait a minute, what's the name?" Every day, like 35 gigs in a row, right? Because to him that name means nothing. For him it's about the sound of this particular thing and where you can use it, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's probably the same for many Sinti guitar players.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? We played a concert and I played a couple times with you. You are very precise and very deliberate player, right? You're not. I can see you look at the neck and listening and thinking, okay, what else can I play that is interesting?
Yeah.
But so there is something that is very much connected to the song and the chords and what you're gonna play. Do you have any insight in how that works for you?
For me,
like Them There Eyes that we just played.
Yeah. Okay, Them There Eyes has like a few more chords, I think.
Yeah. So we move first from this to this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So of course you have in your repertoire of ideas to play, of licks.
Yeah.
So you have things for like.
Yeah.
And then.
So it's a D major 7 arpeggio. The typical gypsy jazz thing. Yeah.
And then of course I'm thinking of the how to say the.
So let's loop. I'm gonna play, and then we go back, and then you just play a little bit.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's great, right? And it's all like lines. I can see that you are applying lines that you know that will sound good, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're thinking about, it's not person that you're thinking about, okay, I played this thing on D, right, on the first chord, so I have to play a similar thing on D flat, but you're thinking, okay, this is a nice line on the first chord, and this is a nice line on the second chord, right?
I mean, yeah, I try to, of course, to connect them. So when I end up, I don't know, like.
Yeah.
And I know the next is a half step deeper.
Right. But for example, I saw you play.
Yeah.
What do you play there like this? Right. So what are you thinking there?
I don't know. It was just like a lick.
Because what it is it's kind of sound for like this kind of this sound, right?
Yeah.
And so he's basically using the Van Hemert system.
You see?
That line is exactly in my video, Gypsy Jazz Loops. Of course, I didn't think of these lines. That's what I'm always saying. I didn't think of these lines myself, right? I studied great guitar players you are amongst them, right? And I see these lines, and I kind of codify and categorize them so that they're easy to find. But you're doing basically the same thing without being that specific about it. Like saying, okay, I am the fifth of D flat, No. But you think about the neck in the same way, right? Because if I play this chord, there's a couple of places you're gonna play this. You're gonna play it right here, right? Like you did, or you're gonna play it here.
Yeah.
Right? That's with the first finger on the root. And if you would be here, would you play something like? Would you play something like that?
I think. Yeah.
Now with the first finger, if you were, would you do something there?
Not really.
No.
Not really. No.
You don't do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's of course it's possible.
You play something like this sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right. Yeah.
Right. And so, so what do you when you practice now, right? So that's how you started, right? Learning the solos. And if you practice now, what do you do?
For me, a very very important point is of course to think about other solutions where to play the chord. Like if I know, maybe for example, them the eyes.
Yeah.
We start here.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking where can I play a D.
Yeah.
Literally so.
Right.
I don't know.
So nice. So they're all chord voicings.
Yeah.
But do the chord voicings connect to your lines or not? Is that separate?
It's a bit connected, of course, because when I also with the 7 chords, like I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
So if I know, okay,
so B7, we're B7. Yeah.
We have this chord.
Yeah.
I know some stuff for you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's connected to yeah.
When I'm here.
Yeah. It's exactly like what I did with Van Hemert system. Like, because I would say, okay, this would be the root of B. Here we're on the 5th of B. So you can play that same line, right? Yeah. And then this would be the 7th. You could play stuff like that. Here the 3rd. Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go another topic, because one thing that you have is great technique, of course.
Thanks.
But you don't play like Stochelo in that way or like Moses or Paulus with like a zillion downstrokes in a row. Right? You play more up and down.
Yeah.
But do you ever change, for instance, when you go to another string, do you ever change with an upstroke? Do you ever do like this?
No, not really. No.
Always down.
Yeah.
How did you develop your technique, and how did you make decisions about how to move the direction of your pick?
I really never did actually, because when I started to play the guitar, the first style was gypsy jazz.
Yeah.
My dad showed me, okay, he's a rhythm player, but I learned his technique to play the rhythm. It was from the beginning. It was very natural for me how to hold a pick,
right.
How to and then when I started to play, I don't know. I never thought about it, like what I have to do. It was just
because you grew up with it, right?
Yeah, I grew up with it. Yeah. My cousins, my uncles.
But if someone would come to you like as like a 50-year-old guitar player who played rock all his life, and he wants to learn picking from you, would you know what to say to him? Like, did you have exercises, or is it so natural for you that you actually cannot explain it?
It's hard for me to explain it, but of course I know that when you're on the same string, you do the
right. Well, you do it. Not everybody does it, but you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you go up to the next string, always a down.
Right.
So
do you think about like the rest strokes and stuff like?
The rest stroke is I think it's very important. I think I do it too.
Yeah, no, you certainly do. Yeah, you certainly do. Okay, how about timing? Because your timing is great. It's very precise. It's very swinging, and it's very subtle. So did you develop your timing?
Also with the licks, when I have stuff like, I don't know, like.
Did you use a metronome?
No.
No? No metronome?
No, I didn't.
Did you use backing tracks?
Yes, I use them when, of course, I have the luxury to play with my dad.
Of course, but he can be all the time when you're practicing, because I know you practice many hours.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But then, of course, you can find on YouTube. You can find a lot of good backing tracks.
How many hours a day would you say that you practice when you were learning the guitar? Well, when you get really serious about it, say I want to be a solo player. How many hours would you spend practicing?
I can say I at the beginning I spent a lot of hours, like sometimes 8 hours per day, but
just learning songs and solos and
yes, and just repeat it because when I had a solo or a lick in my repertoire, it was just because I played like a million times. I never counted it, but for me it was. I felt when I played like 1,000 times, it becomes so naturally, so automatically I can play it that I can also use it in my
right
real time repertoire. So I'm not scared to try this lick, you know.
And how many do you still practice a lot today nowadays? If you have time, of course.
If I have time, my guitar is at home on a stand, so I don't pack it in the case.
No, that's good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah. Because otherwise, best,
I'm too lazy to pick it up. But when I play like, I don't know, half an hour, and then an hour later I take the guitar again. So
yes.
Over the day, I don't know. I have like 3-4 hours sometimes.
So maybe final question, because that's a good thing to know, because I get a lot of questions on my YouTube channel from people say, okay, so you're talking about these lines, and I say I'm learning those lines, but then the next day I forgot them, right? And then I have to learn them again, but then I have a gig and I never play it. And then I was saying, well, that's completely normal. That happens to me too. I said, like, maybe I retain, if I'm lucky, I retain 20% of everything I'm practicing, right? There's like this huge thing I'm practicing, and maybe 20% stays, if I'm lucky. But that's me, right? Now let's ask this great player that's here. How does it work for you?
For me, I think it's the same. I'm not a computer. I mean, when you have a repertoire of ideas to play, and you want to do some more stuff, then at the end you lose some stuff. So here comes new stuff. The old stuff you will forget. For me, so but.
Do you ever get frustrated with that? That you've been practicing this cool idea for like the whole week, and then the gig it's never managed to play it. Do you get frustrated?
No, because I was so crazy about the new idea to play it. I played the new idea more than the other one.
Oh, okay.
So I lost the other one, the old one.
But you have never had the feeling that you learned something that you're then not capable of playing because you just never managed to get your hand to the position to play it? Because when you're in the flow, you're soloing, right? You try to make a nice solo.
Yeah, of course.
But then you have this really crazy idea, and you know you've practiced it for the whole week, but you're never able to play it. Never happens to you?
Not really.
No? Oh, okay. Well, we'll ask someone else. We'll get someone to say yes, me too. You want to play another song to end the video?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I want to thank you, Gismo, for appearing in the video.
Thanks
I'm sure I'll make more videos with Gismo in it or about Gismo. Of course, about many other guitar players, but I think you have something really special that is very beneficial for people to study.
Thank you.
So I will see you in the next video, and let's play. What do you want to play?
I don't know. Let's play. Do something else.
Do something else. Do something else. Yes, G minor. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.